Reviewing our national dailies, we'll start with the Daily Trust. And the border headline states, Rivers Koi Buildings Mall on Abuja site. You can read the stories on page 3, 4, and 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And just above the border headlines, we have Taraba governor goes spiritual over deputy's illness. You can read the story on page 11 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And just beside it, we have Tinubu hail hearty, says Soludo. You can read the story on page 11 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And how 71-year-old man died trying to escape tanker explosion. You can read the story on page 29 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And just below the bolder headlines, we have mine at large after Kefi jailbreak. The story is on page 6. And we have Bauchi police shut down a student protest over robbery. You can read the story on page 14 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And Tambora released EFCC replies Atiku Obi ADC. The story is on page 10 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And lastly, we have how bandits ambushed, killed 10 security operatives in Zamfara. You can read the story on page 21 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Hawa?
All right, that is all we have for the newspapers. Joining us to review some of the headlines of the pages of today's newspapers, the former Director News, Voice of Nigeria, Ben Shamang. Good morning, Mr. Ben Shamang. Thank you for joining us. Is Mr. Ben Shamang there with us, joining us via Zoom?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good morning. Thank you for joining us, as always.
Hello, is Mr. Ben there? Good morning, Mr. Ben.
Yes. Yes, good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Maybe you increase your volume there.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. So let's move to the bolder headlines on Daily Trust. Let's take Taraba governor goes spiritual over deputy's illness. Now, we know that Taraba, the deputy governor in Taraba State has been out of office for 9 months due to health reasons, people are calling out to say that, hey, we need a clear understanding of this. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as you were talking, a call interrupted, but I could hear that Taraba governor goes a spiritual over debt and all that. I'm not sure that. I mean, the prayer will pay some debt. If you owe, then you pay, or if it is death, as in loss of lives, I mean, you provide some facilities. So. No matter how one tries, how one looks at it, if the moment there are deaths around, of course, government will have to do the needful. In doing the needful, you just have to just clear your debt profile. You pay.
Okay, Mr. Ben, so sorry. You said a call came through for you, so I think you did not get the headlines correctly. It states Taraba governor goes spiritual over deputy's illness. Now we know that the deputy governor of Taraba State has been out of office for roughly 9 months, and the people are calling for a clear understanding as to what is going on and why his seat has been vacant. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yes, you see, I'm sorry I didn't get that earlier because a call came in. But truly, the absence of the deputy has been a thing of concern in Taraba State. Surely, yes. And people have always been questioning, where is the deputy? And we are told the deputy is sick. If therefore the deputy is sick, does it warrant that some people will say that there should be a kind of an appointment? We are not yet told that the deputy is incapacitated. We are also not told that, when you look at it legally, at what point does a deputy also leave? Just like the governor, when you are sick or you want to resign or on grounds that you've been impeached, so we've not, and there has to also be some misconduct. We've not seen all of that on the side of the deputy. But if it is the case of illness, I think we just have to bear a bit and see what happens. Yaradua was away for some times, and Buhari also kept on going out for treatments here and there. I think that yes, the governor can go spiritual, he can pray for him and call on citizens, well-meaning the Nigerians, to also pray for the deputy to recover. But you see, like it is said, there is this cliche or idiomatic expression, fishing in troubled waters. It's only when some people have some disadvantages that some people want to take over. So let us not cash in on a deputy governor's sickness and begin to play politics around. Let's pray for him to recover. Let's join the governor
All right.
to ensure he comes back.
All right. Mr. Shamang, we have this headline, and it's been in the news on the front pages as well. Tambuwal released, EFCC replies ADC and Atiku as well as OB. And there are allegations that it's a witch hunt for those that are at the forefront of the opposition, as well as being a way of, discrediting them before the time comes when it comes to the 2027 general election. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you see, let me call it a merry-go-round. When PDP was on ground, APC, APC, AC, and all of them were accusing PDP of playing politics with EFCC. EFCC was always being said to be the hunter's dog, and it hunts only opposition leaders. Now there's a turnaround. APC is on ground. PDP is complaining. But the crux of the matter is, who told anybody to go siphon public funds? It does not matter your religion, it does not matter your tribe or creed, it does not matter your region. And so these are things that Nigerians should simply look at. Corruption is a killer. Honestly, it is. If we don't, if it look like Buhari will say, if we don't kill corruption, corruption will kill us. Even though that was just a statement, he didn't fight corruption. But really, corruption it is that the reason that we have bad roads, and you can see the accidents happening here and there. Corruption is the reason where you see hospitals, you go there, you have fake drugs or you don't have the drugs, when there are continuous appropriation of money here and there. So if there were alleged siphoning of funds or illegal transfer of funds as against the laws or the act in Nigeria, of course, such has to be meted. It does not matter how long it takes. If Tambuwal or any other person had immunity while in power, they no longer have that immunity. And so the law must come to bear. And it does not matter how long it takes. The case will always be there waiting and waiting for a correct government to come and bring it up and begin to do trial. Let's see if we can rid the nation out of this corruption.
All right, Mr. Shamak, let's take this headlines on the Vanguard. Ibom Air Freakers, I beg your pardon, comfort begins live at Kirikiri. NBA waits in. The story has been, on the social media, on the news, with, different angles concerning this incident between the Ibom Air passenger and also the Ibom Air crew. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, trust Nigerians, always never a dull moment when issues of serious concerns have been raised. We had Kwam1, the musician from Lagos. Now, when you had Comfort Emerson, they said that is Kwam2, and they were already looking for Kwam3. But I can see before we came on air, the Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, a senior advocate of Nigeria, is saying that, look, everybody mellow down. There's what they call null prosequi. It's like the government is saying they are not interested in prosecuting either Kwam1 or Mrs. or Miss Comfort. For Kwam1, they said they will even try to make a kind of an ambassador in terms of security at the airports because of his apologies, the penitence he had shown. And Keyamo is also saying that Comfort has already shown some remorse and that the Civil Aviation Authority will soon brief Nigerians over it, and they want everything to go back as it were, as if nothing has happened. So if it happens, well, already these are bigger lessons for either the airport managers, the security at the airports, the passengers, and when you're talking of the pilot and the crew, if you check, government has apportioned blames to everybody, to IBOM Air, the security, the passengers, the pilots, all of them are being blamed. So I think that they want to now say, let's close this chapter, and thereafter we could look for another way out. And instantly, in the next 3 or 4 days, they want to organize what they call a public relations and training activities for all airport personnel, all flight crew and all that stuff, to ensure that things of this nature do not recur. So I think there's already providing a way out. So let us not begin to dig again what has happened. Let's look forward with a nice hope.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ben Shamang, for always giving us an analysis on the stories that made it to the front pages of our national dailies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That is all we have for this morning. Thank you for joining us and sticking all the way to the end. Make sure you join us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So that you do not miss out on engaging and interesting conversations right here on Daybreak on Trust TV. As always, I am Hawa Adamikiawa. Thank you for watching.
And I am Mimuna Bagudu. Thank you for watching Daybreak this morning. The conversation still continues on our social media handles. You can also follow Trust TV on our YouTube channel. Have a great day. Bye-bye.